What's up, guys? Welcome to the Stats Free Sports channel. Let's get right into it. Let's talk about the future of the Utah Jazz. Oh, man. This franchise, a lot of potential for the last couple years now. With Mitchell and Gobert and those boys being the main two pillar, Quin Snyder. I think he won Coach of the Year last year or a couple years ago, something like that. But he's a very good coach in his league, I'll say. And they just can never seem to get it done. Lost this series to the Mavs 4-2. Jalen Brunson beat them, for a couple games before Luka came back, and they just can't get it going. And it's not really the main two guys. It's not Gobert. It's not Mitchell. It's the guys around them, honestly. But I think it's time to break it up, though. I do think it's time. We've seen comments from Mitchell after last night's game saying he's not committal to the Jazz. He's committing to winning, period. And I think the Jazz, they should at least value Mitchell more than Gobert. So I think before Mitchell demands a trade, I think they'll come to him and say, hey, we're going to look to trade Rudy Gobert, which makes all the sense in the world. He's very underrated in his all-time standing of great defensive players ever. I do understand that. People joke on Gobert, people memes and jokes and things, but he's a great defensive guy, and he does his job well. But it's just him and the Mitchell thing, they never got along really, so the reports say. In the COVID thing, and Gobert kind of got the league started. He's the face of COVID for the NBA, and just, they and then the rumor was, since that happened with the COVID thing and he spread COVID around the Jazz locker room, Mitchell was kind of turned off. A lot of guys were turned off from in the Jazz locker room, but especially Mitchell. So they kind of been on the up and down tip since then. And, I think Mitchell knows, players know when you can't win with a guy. You try to put your best foot forward. You do the best you can, stay positive. But Rudy Gobert and the Mitchell experiment just isn't working out as two cornerstones. I can see some people say on social media, okay, we gave Jaylen Brown and Jason Tatum time. I think this time's enough for the Gobert and Mitchell experiment. I could see Gobert going to a few teams, the Blazers potentially, the Bulls potentially. Um, Depending on the coach for the Hornets. I know the Hornets go fast. Don't get me wrong. I know the Hornets go fast. They like to shoot threes, stuff like that. But maybe the Hornets as a dark horse team for Rudy Gobert. He don't fit the system right now, but depends on who the new coach is. I think Mark Jackson. They might value him. For defense rebounding purposes, and he's a nimble guy. He can guard 5-1. He's very shifty. Not guard like shut down, but he can. I think you can. Well, not think. We know for a fact we can leave Gobert on a switch with a point guard, and he'll be okay. His length, his speed, his foot speed is okay enough to he can still guard him to a certain point, still contest a shot, things like that, and not get dropped and not have no terrible footwork and stuff like that. He's a good defender, great defender, and we underrate Gobert a lot, as I keep saying, but I think it's time. So those are my three teams: Bulls, Blazers, the dark horses, the Hornets. You might see the Clippers. I don't think the cap space work out, but you never know. You know, uh, they could get an upgrade over Zubac, but I said the cap space might not work out. I'm not sure, but yeah, I think the Jazz will want to keep Donovan Mitchell over Gobert. Now, Quin Snyder, this could be his last season. The reports are coming out of Utah. They happy with him. They like him a lot, but I think he might want a new change of scenery. He might realize, okay, we just can't get it done. And the West not getting any easier. You have Kawhi Leonard coming back next season. You have the Nuggets having Jamal Murray come back. The Warriors still gonna be the Warriors, hopefully. You know, you have the Pelicans rising up. You have the Lakers and LeBron James. Hopefully they be healthy and might add a new superstar piece, Bradley Beal or something maybe. So, it's gonna be tough. The Grizzlies, the Timberwolves. the Jazz are going to be just on the wayside. They're going to be a good team, Suns. So yeah, it's keep naming teams. So the Jazz will be a good team per usual, but per usual as well, they keep the same group together. They're going or a similar group. They're not going to have any success, And as I keep saying, I think the Jazz they should at least value Mitchell over Gobert. I'd rather pair him with a superstar wing player, that being Mitchell, than pairing Gobert with a new superstar guard on the Jazz. If Gobert has a new superstar guard, it should be on a new different team. I think he should be traded away. I would love to see, you know, Mitchell with a superstar three with a small forward. That'd be perfect. But like a Jalen Brown type of guy. I don't know who's available for that. Trying to think real quick. I don't really see anybody in my mind right now that's tradable right now. A superstar guy, a star player to go with Mitchell. So it's gonna be tough, but I'd rather rock out with him having maybe a star point, star two with him, a star combo guard as well, rather than Gobert and running back again with that. So that's my opinion on it, guys. But leave your comments down below in the comment section. And that's it for the video, guys. Like, share, comment, subscribe. I will see you guys next time. Hold on, guys. I'm back with a part two. Quick part two, though. If Donovan Mitchell is traded, if I have a team for him, and I have two teams, either the Hawks, which they have to give up a lot of people for. I'm not gonna lie, it's gonna be tough to get them, or the Knicks. The Knicks would be a perfect spot for him. Trade R.J. Barrett, pair Randall with Mitchell in New York. I think Mitchell might do something. I liked it a lot. Mitchell has his games where he's up and down, his times when he's up and down, but when he's up, he's up. And when he's up in Utah is cool. No, it's nice. But if he gets up in New York, man, that could be something special. So if Mitchell is traded or is on the trading block, I will look for the Knicks to be heavy suitors, and they should definitely give up R.J. Barrett for Mitchell. I'll do that in a heartbeat. No question, no debate about it. I think Mitchell is way better than R.J. Barrett will ever be to me personally. R.J. Barrett is a little too inconsistent for my liking. He's still young, but I'm not a real fan of his, to be honest. So, New York, the Hawks, but I don't know who they'll give up. A bunch of guys: Herter, Sharif Cooper. Maybe not Capella, obviously. It'll be a crazy thing. John Collins, it'll be wild. But the Hawks are a super dark horse for Donovan Mitchell. He will work well with Trae Young. He'll work very well. But I think the Knicks is obviously. I think everyone knows this though. The Knicks would be the all-star pick for everyone for Donovan Mitchell to land in New York. They have a legit star now. Randall was a star for a year, kind of cooled off. R.J. Barrett supposed to be a star, too inconsistent. Mitchell would be that guy. So, but that's it for the video though, guys. Like, share, comment, subscribe. I will see you guys next time.